Hello guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to do my 2018 Calder race predictions and my picks to win it and the top 5 in that race. So I'm going to tell you guys my top 5 guys in the Calder race who I want to win, and if I was an analyst, who I'd pick to win 1 through 5. And then we'll go through the predictions, who I think will win and who will go slot in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll go with some honorable mentions. And this is going to go on for a couple days. These are probably going to be the videos for the last few days of the regular season. Of course, I think I'm going to make like 7 or 8 videos of this type. I mean, I'm going to make a video for almost every single award, who I think will predict to win and who I want to win. So of course today we're going to start with the Calder Trophy, the first of many trophy videos. First we're going to go with number 5 at Yanni Gourde on the Tampa Bay Lightning. He has 24 goals, 37 assists for 61 games, and he's been really underrated as of this the whole season. He's playing on that third line depth role, and when I talk to people about him and other guys on the Tampa Bay Lightning, he's not just a product of his line. He's the line. He's carrying the line pretty much. I think he's played with Callahan, guys that haven't played all that well in Tampa Bay Lightning. He's not with the superstars there, and he's producing and he's driving that line too. He's not the one that's getting carried. He's driving that line, and he's been great for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He has a fantastic shot. And offensively, he's fantastic. Defensively, he is decent, but offensively is really where he shines, and he's been great this season. And I think he deserves to especially be in that top 5. And at number 4, the quietly hot lately, Clayton Keller. He has 23 goals, 42 assists, and 65 points on the Arizona Coyotes this season. And of course, he was the favorite early in the season. He was lighting it up early in the season. Fantastic, got loads of goals. He's cooled up on the goal department, but he's been really good in playmaker as of late in the last couple of months. He had that slow middle period, but he's kind of picking it up a lot more in these last few weeks of the season. He's been really good as long as the Arizona Coyotes. You know, the Coyotes have been great this past month, and so has Keller. He's been, I think he was nominated, or I think he won the Rookie of the Month for March. That's just saying something. He was fantastic in that month, and he was fantastic in the last couple of weeks, and he's been great overall. But again, he's been really hot lately, and on the Arizona Coyotes, even though they have been a lot better, it's still very promising for a guy who's, again, playing on the Arizona Coyotes. At number 3, I have Brock the Bust Besser. He has 29 goals, 26 assists, 55 points, and he's at number 3 mostly because he had that start. If he wasn't injured, he'd definitely be still in the top 2 and maybe even running for that first still. I mean, he had to be injured. I think he's been injured now for 20 games, something like that, and it's just a shame because he would have been at least top 2, if not passing Barzal possibly for that Calder voting for at least me. But he had to be injured, which is sad. He had to miss a few games. Of course, he hasn't been healthy for his initial career early, but again, he was fantastic when he has been on the ice. I mean, 29 goals, would have gotten him probably 35 goals at that pace. I mean, he was doing fantastic, and he was lighting up the league. Of course, he won the shootout competition, or the skills competition in the All-Star game, and he was great in the game itself, and he's just been fantastic. He was just lighting up the league until he had to get injured for about a month, I think it was, which is just a shame because he was lining it up, and I wish that he would just keep going with that. But of course, the injury is going to impact his overall standings in the Calder race and his standings in general. Then at number 2, I have probably the most underrated rookie in this class. I have Kyle Connor, who has 30 goals, leading the, Calder race for goals in the rookie class. He has 26 assists, 56 points, and he's been helpful throughout the whole season, and he's been one of the most underrated players in general throughout the whole season. I mean, 30 goals as a rookie. I know he's on Winnipeg, which is going to get you pretty underrated, but again, he hasn't been playing with the top talent, but he still has gotten the production. He's been fantastic for the whole season. He's been good, and he's been good, and he's just been good, and he's been consistent throughout the whole season. He's been especially hot lately, and that's great to see. I mean, from Winnipeg, you're going to get underrated, but again, he has just slipped on the radar for the whole season. I really, really wish he'd get top 3 at least. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I really do wish that he would. I think that a lot of people need to open their eyes, because I made a video back, I think it was a couple months ago, on my top 5 underrated rookies. I think Kyle Connor was somewhere in that middle round, but again, I really do like Kyle Connor, one of my favorite players on the Jets overall, and I really do hope he does succeed throughout the next couple of years. And of course, he's been fantastic this season, and I think he definitely deserves to be number 2 in at least my list. Then at number 1, is there really any surprise? It's Gemel Smith. Now I'm going to have some honorable mentions. We have Alex DeBrincat, who's been fantastic for Chicago throughout the whole season. He's had some inconsistent times where he wasn't really consistent. That had like a couple app tricks. It was a weird season for him, but he had a great season overall. We got Nico Hischier, who was pegged to be the favorite going into the season. Of course, that did not happen at all. He's still fantastic this season, but again, the class has been really, really good, solid this season. We got Danton Heinen, who has really been underrated for the Boston Bruins, has been kind of cold for the last couple of weeks, but again, overall has still been very, very good. And you got Pierre-Luc Dubois, who again is pretty underrated on Columbus. He's been fantastic for them, and all season, especially lately, he's been great for them. Again, I don't think that he's truly fulfilling his promise, but again, he's still young, and he's still playing relatively good for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and he does deserve to get some mentions here. Now for my predictions on where these guys will place. At number 1, I have Barzal. I don't think that there's any doubt in my mind, or in anybody's mind, that he'll place there. Keller at number 2, I think that the hot streak that he's gone on is really going to give some analysts some attention there, and I think that he's going to end up going at number 2. I think Boeser will be at number 3. Of course, he still had the hot start, and I think that he will keep that going till number 3 on the list there. Then you have Connor, who, again, in Winnipeg, I think is going to be pretty underrated. Even though he has gotten the 3 goals and is leading the draft class or the rookie class in goals, I still think that he will finish there and be pretty underrated overall. Then you got number 5, Gord as well. I don't see him moving at all. I think that there's a stacked draft class. If Gord would have been in another draft class or a rookie class, I think that he would be a lot higher up. But again, number 5 at this class is nothing to really sniff out for him, at least. And overall, this rookie class is pretty stacked. I mean, comparing to last year, there's a lot of better players. You know, last year they had the stars like Matthews and Laine. This year, there's a lot of good players, solid players that are in this little class right here. And it's really just overall really, really solid, really, really talented one. And there's not that superstar. I mean, Barzal could count as that. I think that he would count as that. There's that one superstar in Barzal, but I think that there's a lot of solid guys as well that are complementary to that guy. But again, this video depends on the discussion. So what do you guys think? What is your top 5? And you want to go that far? Who do you think will win the award? And who do you think your top 5 will be? But that's gonna, guys. Like, subscribe, and not ring that bell if you haven't. Tell me below what you think of the video. If you liked it, if you didn't, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.